And tonight on our Great American panel, he is Don Imus's longtime radio producer. Our friend Bernard McGuirk is back. She is a writer for the Daily Caller, attorney, Fox News contributor. Tamara Holder is here. Rocky Rachkovsky is here, and he is a decorated military veteran running for Congress in Michigan. And thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean.
You were telling me you're defending what Brown's campaigns and the way they've handled this issue involving referring to Meg Whitman as a whore?
I'm not defending anybody calling anyone a whore. What I was saying is that he did not say it. It was a recorded conversation.
So what recorded conversation? So what? It's out there. It's in the public domain now. And the person responsible, why doesn't he fire that person? Would Don Imus be fired?
Absolutely. But in this case, there is a distinction. It wasn't sexual. However, if it was a Republican, they'd be demanding that the guy got fired. For the National Organization for Women not to demand that. I mean, if the Democrats, they have a history of throwing women under the bus, like Hillary Clinton, for example.
Republicans have a history of throwing women under the bus. You have DeMint who says that homosexuals and single sexually active women shouldn't be teaching in public schools.
You cannot say that.
So
that
let's
is very
not always
hypocritical.
talk about this.
That is very hypocritical. You know,
how
from
hypocritical
Chicago,
about what?
Come on.
Wait,
the Democratic
Chicago
Party.
what does Chicago have to do?
The Democratic Party is the party that always makes little comments about all other candidates and blames other people.
Like what?
Yes.
Like this, or even in my race.
It wasn't said in the public domain. It was a recorded conversation.
Wait a minute. Do you believe him, or is he lying when he says he can't figure out who said it? He knows who said it. Why doesn't he come out and tell us who said it and let that person come out and make a public apology? Now, look, if the person made a remark, he wants to apologize, you know what? We might accept the apology, but the fact that they're ducking and dodging and hiding and doing everything they can to avoid the issue and saying, well, it was a recorded... How about saying calling a woman a whore is not exactly the right thing to do?
I agree with you. I agree he should say publicly that it's not the right thing to do, that calling a woman any derogatory name is wrong.
And he's lying about not knowing who it is, right?
Well, I guess. I mean, if it was recorded, shouldn't it be...
He was right there. It's his phone.
He was right there. He knows. Look, the Democrats, they've shattered the political glass ceiling. Well, Hillary shattered it, but they've reconstructed it, what they did to Sarah Palin and to Christine O'Donnell, and now not demanding that this guy fire the woman who said...
Wait, what did they do to Christine O'Donnell? She dug her own hole.
They savage her constantly. They focus on her.
Brutalized her.
And again, they threw Hillary Clinton down a flight of stairs back a couple of years ago.
She is an idiot. She can't even say what Supreme Court case
this is what we're talking about.
This is what we're...
Hold on one second. Most Americans can't either. Here's the problem, because we keep talking about the politics of self-destruction. The Democrats started talking about this a long, long time ago in the 90s. But what the Democrats are having a problem with is talking about the issues, because they can't defend their records. So what do? They attack candidates.
That's a good point.
And what do the Republicans do? They're just obstructionists. They say, we are just going to jump up and down and cry and not do anything.
Sean, this is absolutely not the case. To be bipartisan means to have Republicans and Democrat votes. In Obamacare, for example, which my opponent in Michigan voted for, there were no Republican votes that voted yes for it, but there were 1 out of every 8 votes Democrats that voted against it. That's not obstruction.
By the way, why aren't Democrats running? I was asking Dashiell this. Why, if Obamacare is such a key success point for them, why aren't they running and saying we passed Obamacare, the stimulus and cap and tax? Why do you have, Manchin in West Virginia firing a rifle right into the heart of the cap and tax bill?
Last I checked, your vice president is the one that fired a rifle.
Excuse me. Whoa. Why aren't they running on health care?
I don't know why, because I think
because the American people think it's a bad bill
that is absolutely not true.
That's not true.
That is absolutely the case.
Kaiser Family Foundation, which every time I try to give a statistic, you guys say that my sources are bad.
Your sources are awful.
Blagojevich gave me this source.
There's a trustable source.
There's a trusted source.
Back to Christine O'Donnell. Nobody cares if she can't answer the Supreme Court question, or if she doesn't want you to touch yourself, or she can't pay her bills. The fact that she's going to go down and take a baseball bat, she's going to be on the team that's going to take a baseball bat to stop these irresponsible idiots from spending money like a pack of teenage girls at the mall with daddy's credit card.
Program?
It doesn't matter. Her instincts is she's going to vote
Bernie,
the right
everybody
way.
else says drunken sailor. A pack of teenage girls with daddy's credit card at the mall.
That's what they're acting like. I mean, we need Governor Chris Christie's down there, and she's of that mindset, and that's all people care about right now. They don't care that what she did or what she didn't do or what she can't answer. She's going to vote the right. She's not going to manage anything.
No, she's not
going to vote the right way.
She's not going to manage anything.
She's going to swing that bat.
She's going to lose. She's 20 points behind. She's done. This is going to be a moot conversation.
Nancy Pelosi is done. Harry Reid is done. If we want to talk about people who are done, how about those leaders?
Last I checked, Nancy Pelosi is just fine.
Last I checked, she's not going to be called Madam Speaker.
By the way, be careful what you wish for. Harry Reid, if he's done, you got Chuck Schumer coming up as the House Majority, Senate Majority Leader.
Most likable person.
That is scary. We don't want that. But
all right, we got to take a break. We have more.